The Los Angeles Lakers will take the court tonight against the Portland Trail Blazers without two of their most important offensive weapons. Management has announced that superstar guard Luka Donic and fellow guard Austin Reaves will not be available for tonight's matchup at the Moda Center. This marks a significant absence for the franchise as they face the second night of a back-to-back schedule. The decision comes as no surprise given the circumstances surrounding tonight's contest. Following their victory over the Miami Heat on Sunday, the Lakers coaching staff and medical team determined it would be prudent to rest both players rather than risk injury or fatigue on consecutive nights. This strategic load management approach has become increasingly common in today's NBA, particularly when dealing with condensed schedules. Luka Donic's absence represents the fourth game he will miss this season. The five-time All-Star has been managing various physical concerns, and the organization is clearly taking a cautious approach with their franchise cornerstone. In Sunday's matchup against Miami, Donic delivered an impressive performance, registering 29 points despite challenging shooting numbers from beyond the arc. He complemented his scoring with 11 rebounds and 10 assists, recording his latest triple-double while playing 38 minutes. The workload was substantial, and team officials evidently felt another night of rest would serve his long-term health better. Donic's injury history adds context to this decision. Last season proved particularly challenging for the Slovenian star, who suffered a severe calf contusion while playing for the Dallas Mavericks. That injury sidelined him for 22 games and ultimately led to his mid-season trade to Los Angeles while he was still in recovery mode. When he returned to action in mid-February, he helped propel the Lakers to the third seed in the Western Conference playoffs, though many observers noted he appeared to be operating below his typical elite level. Despite not being at full strength, Donic still managed to put up remarkable statistics during his initial stint with the Lakers, appearing in 28 games wearing purple and gold. This current season represents Donic's first full campaign with Los Angeles, and by all accounts, it has been memorable. The franchise is clearly prioritizing his health over the regular season grind, understanding that their championship aspirations depend heavily on having a healthy Donic available when the postseason arrives. Austin Reaves will experience his first absence of the season tonight. The 27-year-old guard has been nothing short of sensational through the opening 7 games of the campaign. His performance on Sunday against the Heat exemplified his current form, as he contributed 26 points and 11 assists while matching Donic's shooting attempts. Through 7 appearances this year, Reaves has been averaging an astounding 31.1 points per game while adding 9.3 assists, 5.1 rebounds, and 1.4 steals. His efficiency has been notable as well, shooting nearly 49% from the field and over 34% from three-point range while logging almost 38 minutes per contest. The emergence of Reaves as a legitimate star has become one of the season's most compelling storylines. His elevated play has positioned him for a substantial contract extension when his current deal expires. Industry analysts project that Reaves could command a salary exceeding $35 million annually on his next contract, and that figure may climb even higher if he maintains this extraordinary level of production throughout the season. With both players sidelined, the Lakers will turn to their supporting cast to carry the offensive load. The absence of Donic and Reaves creates opportunities for other rotation players to demonstrate their capabilities and prove their worth in expanded roles. Players like Jake LaRavia, who has shown flashes of brilliance in recent games, may see increased responsibilities. Marcus Smart will likely assume primary ball-handling duties and will be tasked with orchestrating the offense in the backcourt. The Lakers enter tonight's game with a 5-2 record, representing a solid start to their campaign. However, this will test the team's depth and resilience. Portland presents a capable opponent, and without two of their primary offensive catalysts, Los Angeles will need contributions from throughout the roster. The coaching staff will need to adjust their game plan significantly, potentially emphasizing defensive intensity and ball movement to compensate for the missing firepower. This situation also highlights the precarious nature of the Lakers' current roster construction. While they have star power at the top, any significant absences expose the team's vulnerability. Management has been exploring various options to strengthen the roster depth, but for tonight, they must work with the personnel available. The decision to rest both players simultaneously on a back-to-back is calculated risk management. While it may cost them a regular season victory, the Lakers are clearly thinking about the bigger picture. Keeping Donic and Reaves healthy and fresh for the entirety of the season, particularly the playoff push, far outweighs the importance of any single November game. Both players are expected to return to action when the Lakers face the San Antonio Spurs on Wednesday, giving them adequate recovery time before their next appearance. The Los Angeles Lakers continue their impressive start to the season, and much of their success can be attributed to the spectacular play of their star guards. Following a successful weekend that saw the team go 2-0, including a significant victory in NBA Cup competition against the Memphis Grizzlies on Friday night, the Lakers are positioning themselves as serious contenders for their second NBA Cup title in 3 seasons. Friday's contest against Memphis provided another showcase for the Lakers' offensive firepower, despite some challenging moments. The team struggled particularly at the end of the first half, but they leaned heavily on superstar Luka Donic to guide them through difficult stretches and ultimately secure the victory. What made Donic's performance even more remarkable was the fact that he was returning from injuries to his finger and leg that had kept him sidelined. Showing no signs of rust or limitation, Donic picked up exactly where he left off before his injury absence, delivering the kind of elite performance that has become his trademark. One of the newest additions to the Lakers roster has been particularly vocal about what it's like to share the court with such an elite talent. Forward Jake LaRavia, who joined the Lakers this season, has quickly discovered that playing alongside Donic presents unique challenges that go beyond typical basketball adjustments. Following Friday's victory over the Grizzlies, LaRavia offered candid insight into the experience of being Donic's teammate, revealing aspects of playing with a superstar that fans rarely get to hear about. According to LaRavia, the difficulty of playing with Donic stems not from any negative qualities, but rather from the Slovenian star's extraordinary skill level. LaRavia explained that Donic will execute moves that are so spectacular and unexpected that it becomes challenging for teammates to maintain their focus on their own responsibilities. The natural instinct, LaRavia admitted, is to stop and admire what Donic has just accomplished. However, the demands of professional basketball don't allow for such luxury. Players must immediately transition back to their defensive assignments regardless of how jaw-dropping the offensive play might have been. This phenomenon speaks to Donic's exceptional creativity and improvisational abilities on the basketball court. His capacity to generate highlight reel plays on a consistent basis means that his teammates are constantly witnessing extraordinary basketball moments firsthand. The challenge becomes compartmentalizing the amazement while maintaining professional focus and executing one's role within the team concept. LaRavia's comments provide a glimpse into the mental adjustment required when playing alongside a generational talent. LaRavia didn't limit his praise to Donic alone. He also highlighted the contributions of Austin Reaves, the Lakers' other star guard who has been equally impressive to start the season. LaRavia emphasized that both Reaves and Donic demonstrate tremendous talent and leadership every time they step onto the court. He characterized them as a formidable force that opposing defenses struggle to contain, noting that their skill sets complement each other beautifully while presenting different challenges for defenders. The statistical production from both guards has been nothing short of phenomenal. Both Donic and Reaves are currently averaging over 30 points per game, an accomplishment that places them among the league's elite scorers. This dual offensive threat has been the primary catalyst for the Lakers' 5-2 start to the season. Their ability to create offense both individually and through their playmaking for others has made the Lakers one of the most dangerous offensive teams in the league despite the absence of LeBron James. Speaking of James, his continued absence due to a sciatica injury has forced Donic and Reaves to shoulder even greater responsibility. The 40-year-old future Hall of Famer has not yet appeared in a game this season, yet the team has managed to thrive in his absence. This speaks both to the talent of Donic and Reaves and to the effectiveness of the supporting cast in filling complementary roles. Donic's recent performances have been particularly impressive considering his injury layoff. In his last 2 games since returning to action, he has averaged 36.5 points per game while adding 11.5 rebounds and 8 assists. These numbers demonstrate that his injury absence has not diminished his effectiveness whatsoever. The 3.5 steals he averaged during this stretch further illustrate his impact on both ends of the floor. Questions have emerged regarding how the dynamic will shift once LeBron James returns to the lineup. James remains the Lakers' second most accomplished player with his legendary resume and championship pedigree. However, as he approaches his 41st birthday, expectations must be calibrated accordingly. It seems unrealistic to expect James to perform at a top 10 player level immediately upon his return from a back injury, particularly given his age and the time missed. The coaching staff will need to carefully manage his minutes and role as he works his way back into game shape. For now, the Lakers are riding the wave of exceptional play from their star backcourt. Donic and Reaves have formed a potent partnership that has kept Los Angeles competitive and entertaining. LaRavia's comments underscore just how special their talents are, even from the perspective of professional teammates who face elite competition nightly. The challenge for the Lakers moving forward will be maintaining this level of play while integrating James back into the rotation and managing the various injury concerns that inevitably arise over an 82-game season. If they can keep their core players healthy and engaged, this Lakers team has the potential to be a serious threat in the Western Conference playoff race. The Los Angeles Lakers front office is actively exploring potential roster moves as they seek to address depth concerns and strengthen their championship aspirations. According to multiple league sources and industry insiders, the Lakers are willing to consider trading a guard earning approximately $14 to $15 million in order to acquire pieces that better fit their current roster construction and long-term strategic vision. The Lakers' willingness to make significant roster adjustments stems from their evaluation of the team's current strengths and weaknesses. While they've achieved a solid start to the season with a 5-2 record, management recognizes that sustained success throughout the grueling regular season and into the playoffs will require a more balanced and deeper roster than what they currently possess. The organization's championship window remains open with their core of established stars, but maximizing that window necessitates difficult decisions about roster composition. League sources indicate that the Lakers possess several valuable trade assets that could facilitate such moves. Gabe Vincent, who signed a 3-year, $33 million contract with Los Angeles, represents one player whose name has surfaced in trade discussions. Vincent is currently earning $11 million in the second year of his deal, though his production has not met the expectations that accompanied his signing. Through limited action this season, Vincent has averaged just 4.4 points and 1.3 rebounds while shooting 38% from the field and 34% from three-point range. These numbers represent minimal improvement over his first season with the franchise, when he averaged just 3.1 points and 1.9 assists across 11 games. However, Vincent is not the only guard whose contract situation makes him a potential trade candidate. The Lakers also have other players on expiring contracts who could be packaged in potential deals. Additionally, the team retains control of future draft picks, including their 2029 and 2031 first-round selections, which remain highly coveted assets around the league. The targets the Lakers are reportedly pursuing paint a clear picture of their roster needs. According to various reports, Los Angeles has shown interest in adding both a capable point guard and a reliable big man to shore up two areas where they lack depth. Jonas Valanciunas has been mentioned as a center who could address their front-court needs. The veteran big man would provide Lakers with additional size, rebounding, and interior scoring that the team currently lacks beyond their starter. Another name that has generated significant buzz is Walker Kessler of the Utah Jazz. The young center has impressed with his rim protection and rebounding abilities, and sources suggest the Lakers have targeted him as a priority acquisition. Kessler would provide defensive anchor potential and would fit well within the Lakers' defensive schemes. His affordable contract and team-friendly timeline make him an attractive option for a Lakers team trying to balance win-now moves with sustainable roster building. Portland's Robert Williams III has also emerged as a potential target. Williams is regarded as perhaps the most sought-after center on this season's trade market, according to multiple team executives surveyed by reporters. His combination of athleticism, defensive versatility, and ability to finish around the rim makes him an ideal fit for what the Lakers need. However, acquiring Williams would likely require a substantial package of assets given the level of interest from other contenders. On the guard front, the Lakers have reportedly explored the possibility of adding Colin Sexton. Sexton is currently earning approximately $71 million over the life of his contract and would provide additional backcourt scoring and playmaking. His ability to create his own shot and pressure defenses off the dribble would give the Lakers another offensive weapon and reduce the burden on their star players. Some reports have even suggested the Lakers could pursue multiple targets simultaneously. One proposed scenario involves the team acquiring both Kessler and Sexton, along with veteran sharpshooter Patty Mills, in a comprehensive deal that would reshape significant portions of their roster. Such a move would require the Lakers to part with multiple rotation players and potentially remove protections on future draft picks, representing a major commitment to immediate roster improvement. The Lakers front office, led by General Manager Rob Pelinka, faces difficult decisions in the coming weeks and months. Any significant trade requires careful evaluation of not just the immediate impact but also the long-term implications for roster flexibility and future asset availability. Trading away draft picks limits future opportunities to add young talent or make subsequent deals. Moving current rotation players creates short-term roster holes that must be filled. Furthermore, the Lakers must consider the chemistry and cohesion that has developed during their strong start to the season. Disrupting that chemistry through major roster changes carries inherent risk, even if the incoming players possess superior individual skills or fit certain needs more precisely. The coaching staff has done excellent work integrating their current personnel, and any new additions would require time to learn systems and develop understanding with their new teammates. The situation is further complicated by LeBron James's impending return from injury. Once James rejoins the rotation, the entire roster dynamic will shift. Players who have thrived in expanded roles during his absence may see their minutes reduced. The offensive system will need adjustment to rein corporate James's ball-dominant style. Any trades made before James returns could look quite different once he's back on the court regularly. Additionally, the Lakers must gauge the market accurately. Other teams understand Los Angeles's desire to maximize their championship window and may demand premium prices for quality players. The Lakers' urgency could be exploited by savvy opposing general managers who recognize the leverage they hold in negotiations. Finding fair value while addressing roster needs requires patience and shrewd negotiation. Time remains for the Lakers to evaluate their options carefully. The February trade deadline still sits months away, providing ample opportunity for the front office to monitor the team's performance, assess which needs prove most critical, and identify which potential trade partners might emerge as the season progresses. Some teams that currently seem unlikely to trade key players may become more willing to deal if their seasons deteriorate. Other opportunities may arise unexpectedly as circumstances change around the league. For now, the Lakers continue competing with their current roster while management works behind the scenes to explore every avenue for improvement. Their strong start has bought them some time to make measured decisions rather than panicking into desperation moves. However, the clock is ticking on their championship window, and significant roster enhancement may ultimately prove necessary to achieve their ultimate goal of banner number 18.